All right, welcome to Friday Night Lights here in Clark County. We're at McKenzie Stadium for the second of our doubleheader. Tonight we've got the Evergreen Plainsmen versus the Mountain View Thunder. I'm Ryan Vassbinder. Here next to me is Rodney Lawrence for EPS Sports. Thank you for joining us on Comcast Channel 328 and on the EPS YouTube channel. Rodney, tonight we've got a rivalry. It's one of those rivalry games that people kind of mark on their calendar every year with sure Evergreen and Mountain View. Evergreen, they've got a solid season. They need a win tonight to go ahead and solidify the second seed for the playoffs. Mountain View has struggled this year, but they're certainly looking to play spoiler tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like you said it right there at the top of this, that this has always been a rivalry game that has always been hard fought. You know, everybody wants to win. Unfortunately, this year with Mountain View struggling to find wins this year, and Evergreen, I mean, the disparity is so different here that it makes the rivalry feel a little different this year. I mean, you can even see it in the crowd. You know, there's not a big crowd. I do take it is Halloween night, so there's a whole lot of people doing trick or treating and other things. But I mean, this used to be a game that would fill up the stands. So hopefully, Mountain View can find a way to find some good plays. If they don't win tonight, then moral victory, something that they can set up for next year, because the school itself definitely needs to find that winning, that loving feeling, if you will, to just try to get enough kids to come out for the program, work hard over the summertime, and hopefully this coaching staff is going to be able to do that for these guys and pull out a better season than they had this year.
Yeah, for sure. So as we started there, Mountain View attempted the onside kick. It was recovered by Evergreen by number 6, Adrian Bulkakov. So the plane.
Interesting point here. We just watched first game, right? In our first game, Prairie did this twice, and the officials in that game made them re-kick it and backed it up. This time, they were able to go ahead and take the ball where they stopped, where they got it.
Yeah. Very good point. The ball's going to be handed off to Malachi Hodges. Hodges is going to go ahead and get about a 12-yard gain out of that. It's going to re-up first down. The starting quarterback for the Plainsmen is number 15, Jaden Baum. Baum, only a sophomore, has been extremely impressive this year, as we've seen. He, and I know we've talked about it in previous weeks as we have seen Evergreen several times on our broadcasts. It looks like there was must have been a holding penalty because this ball is being backed up, so we're going to look at 1st and 14 as we replay the first down. But Baum really put in a lot of work over the summer. I think he dropped close to 30 pounds, and he's really filled out. I mean, he's worked extremely hard, and it's shown in his game.
It sure has. I do remember last year we were impressed by the fact that he was only a freshman, and he does look a whole lot thinner. So, and I didn't realize he had lost that much weight, but he does look, closer to a quarterback, I guess you should say, as far as shape and size than he did last year. But this team's got plenty of talent. They got 2 kids on the team that are D1 kids. So, I mean, it's and not able to complete that one. But, we got to talk about this Evergreen program, and they always got athletes on the team. They've always got some talent on the team. Their problem has always been staying focused, staying disciplined, and, not getting out of penalties, making big plays when they need to be made. This year it seemed like they did that more often than not, so they came out favorably this year. So hopefully they'll be able to do it and not put a nice little push into the playoffs here.
Yeah. All right, we set up 3rd and 8 here. Empty backfield for Baum. Baum's dropping back, and that ball gets deflected, almost finds itself into the arms of Terrence Sarion. But that's going to fall incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th and long.
Yeah, it looks like that was chased down there by their down lineman there, Jack Fournier. Got a hand on that. Actually was able to put his hand on his arm, not letting him follow through on that. So good defensive push there by Mountain View, bringing up 4th down. They're going to go ahead and keep it, though.
Yeah, Evergreen is in their 4-down territory, so they're going to go ahead and set up with an empty backfield once again as Baum looks to complete 4th and 8. Baum drops back, steps up into the pocket, it escapes a defense. He gets up on his legs, and he's going to get a big run. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great scramble there by Jaden Baum.
Mountain View with a 3-man front here.
Baum hands this one off to Hodges. Hodges cuts through the tackle, and he cuts upfield. He continues to go. He's ultimately brought down right at the 15-yard line. It looks like they're going to spot it at the 16-yard line. But that's going to be another first down for the Plainsmen.
Hodges listed at 5'10", 185 pounds. He is a hard runner. He runs hard downhill. And you're going to definitely have to wrap this man up. You're not going to be able to just knock him down with one blow.
Baum hands it off to number 8 once again. He makes his way around the tackle. He's going to pick up positive yardage there. It looks like about 8 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Looks like that was number 5, McNeil, on the tackle. Number 5. Mountain View's numbers are kind of hard to read.
Baum sets up with 5 receivers, sends one in motion, and this is going to be, there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be on, I believe it's on Evergreen, but we'll confirm. All right, it looks like the officials didn't like one of the Plainsmen's equipment, so we're going to go ahead and replay the down at 2nd and 2. This time the ball is handed off to Andrew Wadby. Wadby's going to go ahead and get enough for the first down. That's going to bring up 1st and goal with a gain of about 5.
Missed opportunity there in the backfield. And that's something that the Thunder is going to have to do, is just go ahead and make the good tackle.
Turner Hodges gets the ball, and he's going to make his way into the end zone for a touchdown for the Plainsmen. That puts them up on the board 6-0 early in this first quarter. Place kicker for the Plainsmen is number 32, Jose Suarez. Looks like the officials have paused the extra point attempt.
It looks like they're going to go for it.
So instead, they're going to go ahead and go for 2. It's like you've got Wadby and Darren Schmidt, along with Terrence Serion in the backfield. And it is direct snap to Serion. Serion keeps it. He's going to go ahead and convert the 2-point try. That's going to bring the total to 8-0 for the Plainsmen with 9:03 left in this first quarter. Good replay there of Turner Hodges finding his way into the end zone to put the first points up on the board for the Plainsmen.
Yeah, just untouched for the 6 points.
You know, we've done a lot of games together, Rodney, and I think in every single one of those games, I thought, man, the band is so loud, as they are right underneath our booth. And
Yeah,
tonight the
yeah.
band's not here, and it is deadly quiet here.
I know it is.
It is the
isn't it?
quietest I have heard
It
the
is
stadium
weird.
ever.
It's actually weird not to hear the band.
Yeah, it is certainly strange. All right, Thunder receivers standing right around the 8-yard line, ready to receive. Suarez kicks this one off, and it's on the ground. It's going to be picked up right around the 11-yard line. He makes his way across the middle to the near side. That was DJ Wilford, and he's going to be run out of bounds. Looks like right around the 27-yard line. Quarterback for the Thunders, number 8, Cashin Leckie. And that play is going to be called dead before it starts.
Okay, so the only thing I can think of is they got some knees showing down there. They don't have their pants pulled down far enough.
This time it's handed off to Schaff. Schaff, number 18 for the Thunder, is going to make his way to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. That's Sean Schaff.
Nice little 5-yard run there by the running back.
Leckie hands this one off to Schaff once more. This time Schaff's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to say he lost 2 on the play. That's going to go ahead and bring up 3rd and 6.
Tried to get them. It looks like they didn't jump into the neutral zone here.
Hands the ball off to Schaff once more. He is going to go ahead and pick up a couple on this attempt. Looks like a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 4th and 4.
And it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, the offense is staying on the field.
Oh, here's a quick kick. He just back up a little bit.
Yep, Leckie gets the punt off. It goes straight up. And it's going to bounce out of bounds right at their own 39-yard line. So Evergreen's going to take the ball over in great field position for their second possession of the night.
Good idea, not very good execution on that one. I'm sure they wanted that to get, kicked past the 50 and didn't get a roll on it. Kind of short-legged it and didn't get a full extension on the kick and shanked it out of bounds.
So Jaden Baum brings his offense back out onto the field for the Plainsmen. He's got, looks like Turner Hodges in the backfield, sends a receiver in motion, and we've got another stoppage by the officials.
It looks like they are sending a Mountain View player off.
So checking in for Mountain View is Elijah Wilson. This ball's handed off to Turner Hodges. Hodges finds his way up the middle for a decent gain. Looks like it's going to be about 5 to 6.
Yep, and it is going to be the knee pads. That is something that this year that the officials are all over. If they see your knees, they will send you out of the game to get that adjusted. They won't let you adjust it on the field. They're going to send you out.
They're going to send you out.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain things that officials put emphasis on, and that's one of them this year. So Baum lets one fly over the middle, looking for Terrence Sarion. He has no one around him. He finds his way into the end zone for another Plainsman touchdown. That was a big 32-yard pass for a touchdown there for the Plainsman.
Yeah, that definitely looked like there was some broken coverage because he was wide open in the middle of the field.
All right, so it looks like Suarez is going to go ahead and attempt his extra point this time. The holder, Braden Roop, gets it down, and that kick is going to be good for the extra point. So that brings the total to 15-0 for the Plainsmen, with 6:32 left here remaining in the first quarter.
The Thunder are going to have to do their best to slow this team down. Yeah, there's broken coverage there. He just put the safeties on that one. He's got to do. They're going to do a lot to slow this down. When they get the ball, they're going to have to be methodical about it. They didn't throw the ball once in that last series, I don't believe.
No. Yeah, and I mean, to me, right, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but to me it looked like that they ran three very similar plays.
Yeah.
Little sweeps out to the outside and to the same side of the field.
No, that's what it looked like to me too. I don't know if running the ball it's definitely running the clock, but if you're not making any progress, all you're doing is giving the ball back to them very quick. And the way they played these first two series, you want to at least make them run 80, 90 yards if they're going to do that to you.
Right. So it looks like it's Denver Brown back to receive for the Thunder, and it is going to be Brown that fields it right around the 18-yard line. He makes his way up through the middle, trying to get his way outside, and is going to be brought down right around the 27-yard line. So Cashton Lecky is going to go ahead and lead the Thunder team back onto the field for their second possession of the evening. Sean Schaff is the running back. This time Lecky fires out into the flat, and that ball is not able to be brought in. Looks like intended receiver was DJ Wilford. Lecky looking downfield and runs outside of the pocket and rolling out to his right. Still looking downfield, and he's going to run out of space. Fires this down towards the sideline. It's going to be intercepted. I think that was Braden Roop. No, it was not. It was number 7, Rayshawn Chambers, to come up with the interception.
Not real sure why he threw that one. It was very, very busy real estate down there. It would have had to been a perfect pass. And it looks like the DB was going for it stronger than the receiver was.
Yeah, well, we're going to see the replay here, and it makes you think that, Lecky would have been better off just throwing this one away.
Yeah. Yeah, his two players ran into each other.
Yeah, it looks like the intended receiver was DJ Wilford, just unable to connect. So this is Sarion on the carry. Big stiff arm by Sarion. He's going to pick up a few yards out of this run. They're going to spot him. It's like the 34-yard line, so a gain of 6. Baum keeps this one, finds, that was Jason Scott. Scott making his way down to the outside towards the sideline. Big stiff arm. That opens up a hole in a pathway to the end zone for another Plainsman touchdown.
Holy cow, that was a strong, that was beast mode. Marshawn Lynch
It was.
running him over on that one.
Jason Scott being real strong in that stiff arm, finding his way into the end zone. Extra point attempt here by Jose Suarez is going to be good. So that brings the total to 22-0 in favor for the Plainsmen. We'll see the replay here. Jason Scott catches it and just makes his way toward the outside, and here comes the big stiff arm. Dominic McNeil, the defender for Mountain View, just unable to bring Scott down.
Yeah. Yeah, the Evergreen's offense right now, it's a freight train for all intents and purposes right now. Mountain View has in nothing out there so far to stop them.
I know, and it's a freight train, and it's moving at full speed. I mean,
yeah, it is.
all right, so the Plainsmen are set to kick the ball off once again here in the first quarter. They send this one deep. It's going to be fielded by, well, DJ Wilford's going to go ahead and watch that one bounce into the end zone. So the Thunder are going to take this ball and start their drive from their own 20. Cashton Leckie hands this one off to Schaff. Schaff gets stopped right near the line of scrimmage. It looks like he is going to go ahead and pick up, looks like 2. And that brings up 2nd and 8. Leckie looks to pass, finds his receiver. That was DJ Wilford. Wilford able to pick up several there. That brings the ball out to the 26-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, nice little Rowdy ran out there, able to run that back out the other side.
This is going to be a penalty on Mountain View, it looks like. False start, so that's going to back them up 5, and that puts them in a 3rd and long situation. Like he moves Schaff to his other side, sends his tight end in motion. He finds his tight end. Tight end makes the reception, but he's not going to get any yards out of it. He's going to be brought down. That was number 9, Jack Fournier.
Yeah, he's actually going to lose yards out of that one.
And that's going to go ahead and bring up 4th and 10. Looks like they are going to go ahead and bring the punter out for the Thunder, number 44, Charlie Hill. Hill, a senior, gets this one off. This is a much better punt and it's going to be fielded from the Evergreen 49-yard line. That's Terrence Sarian. Sarian making his way towards the outside. Breaks a tackle. He does end up stepping out of bounds. Looks like right around the 33-yard line. Good return from Sarian. Sorry, I said 33-yard line. He was actually stepped out right around the 26-yard line.
See, I wasn't gonna correct you on that one.
Oh, I appreciate that. You know, I also want to ask you what's changed.
Here's the replay.
Sarian is just so fast. He's able to get around that corner and just.
Nice little spin move there at the end, but he'd already stepped out.
Yeah. Baum hands this one off to Turner Hodges. Hodges up the middle, untouched, into the secondary. That's going to be a big rushing gain. That's going to move the chains for a first down as he's brought down right around the 12-yard line.
Yeah, you look at the push there when you look at Evergreen's offensive line and the push they have against the Thunder. They're pushing them. I mean, the running backs aren't getting touched until they're at least into the secondary.
Turner Hodges once again up the middle. He finds his way into the end zone for the fourth Plainsman touchdown of the quarter. That brings the total to 28-0 in favor for the Plainsmen. I mean, you're talking about Hodges not being touched until he get in the secondary. I mean, you take a look at it. I mean, for one, Mountain View's only got a three-man front.
Yeah.
Two, you take a look at just the size difference. I mean.
Yeah, they're huge compared.
Yeah.
In comparison, yeah.
So the extra point attempt, once again, by Jose Suarez. And it looks like that ball is picked up, and it's going to be a conversion from Braden Roop to Darren Schmidt, but there is a flag on the play.
Roughing the passer against Mountain View. Looks like that'll be assessed probably on the kickoff, I would imagine. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, it looks like Roop just unable to get the hold down.
Schmidt back there in the corner of the end zone for the two-point conversion.
So they're going to go ahead and call the conversion good. So that brings the total to 30-0.
And we're still in the first quarter.
We still have 2 minutes and 48 seconds left of the first quarter. It goes without saying, not the start you want for Mountain View.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't imagine that. I mean, you probably won't see Evergreen's, JV kids until the second quarter. I mean, to the second half, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would imagine so. We've got Wilford and Brown back to receive for the Thunder. They're standing right around the 6. Suarez kicks this one off. It is fielded by Wilford right at the 6. Wilford finds a hole up the middle, trying to get past the last line of defense for the Plainsmen. He makes a break out to the sideline. He's got a couple more to beat, and he does ultimately run out of bounds right around the Evergreen 40-yard line. That's a great return there by DJ Wilford.
Sure was. He caught that ball, and that's the way you're supposed to run back the return. I mean, you just full speed ahead. He saw the hole, shot the gap, and was gone.
Yeah, we'll see this replay here.
Nice jab move. Picked up a block right there by number 2. Good job.
Looks like we've got a Plainsman down that's being attended to. So that's going to hold a play for just a minute. I mean, those small little positive plays for Thunder are what they have to continue to latch onto,
Yeah.
right, and
Good
take those
special
away.
teams play right there gives them the best field position they've had all game
Yeah.
in Evergreen territory. Let's see if they're going to be able to capitalize on this.
Cashton Leckie with Schaff as his running back. Leckie rolls out to his right, looking downfield. He makes a completion to his receiver.
That is going to be down here to, that's Jack Fournier who makes that catch. Looks like about 9. Nope, I take that back. No, I think the announcer got that wrong. That is number 9, isn't it?
It was Jack Fournier for a gain of 9 as well. That brings up 2nd and 1. Leckie scrambling out of the pocket. And he lobs that one, and they're going to say...
No, they're going to say he caught it.
They're going to say he caught it, and then he stepped out of bounds. So that's a catch by Sean Schaff. So that's a first down for the Thunder, their first down of the evening. Leckie fires across the middle. He completes his 3rd pass in succession, this time to number 12, Caden Reinbach. It's a gain of 7. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3. The Thunder, having some momentum behind them now, has moved into the red zone. They hand this one off to Schaff. Schaff bounces around the outside. And it looks like he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Evergreen seems to be all over the run game.
Third and 3. Leckie rolls out to his left, cuts back up the middle, and back to his right. He's still looking downfield, looking towards the end zone, and that's going to be batted away. Great defensive play there by Braden Roop. Intended receiver was Caden Reinbach. I know Leckie was looking downfield towards the end zone, but I would have loved to see him just try to get enough for the first down there.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of going for all of it right there.
So 4th and 3. Fires across the middle, and that's going to complete a pass. It's going to be enough for a first down.
Catch it once, catch it once.
That was DJ Wilford with the reception. That's going to be another Thunder first down. That brings up 1st and goal from the 9. Leckie rolls out to his right, looking for the corner. That's heavily guarded by the Plainsmen. They're going to say he pushed him out of bounds, and that's going to fall incomplete. Intended receiver was Caden Reinbach.
Reinbach does a good job pulling that down, just not able to get his feet in bounds.
It's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Leckie fires over to his left. That's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, that was a little behind the receiver. Not able to get his reach back and get his hands on that one.
Yeah, trying to find Jamel Riley. And that brings up 3rd down. 25 seconds left here in this first quarter. Leckie fires to the corner. Trying to find Jack Fournier. And it's going to fall just incomplete. So that brings up 4th down. And the Thunder are going to go for it here from the 9-yard line. Leckie rolls out to his right, he had a man wide open in the corner of the
he
end
sure
zone. He
did.
keeps it.
He does get the first down.
No, that's
No,
gonna be a turnover on downs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was 4th and goal.
4th and goal, yeah.
Yeah, he does pick up a gain of about 3.
But he had a man open.
He did.
He had a man open. I think he was looking to give the ball to a particular individual and was looking over all the people that were open down there for him.
So while the drive results in no points for the Thunder, it was certainly the best drive we've seen tonight from the Thunder.
Sure was.
They were able to get several first downs. They made a couple really good completions, and they moved the ball. So hopefully that puts a little bit of pep into their step as the Plainsmen take over here. Baum hands this ball over to Turner Hodges. Hodges continues to fight his way. He's going to pick up a gain of about 11.
I think Hodges is averaging about 8 yards a carry as it is right now.
Yeah, he's had some serious success tonight. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and swap sides. At the end of one, it's Evergreen Plainsmen 30, the Mountain View High School Thunder 0. Evergreen being dominant in this first quarter with the run game, the passing game.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, I'm trying to find words here.
Yeah.
To try to understand and describe what's going on out here, right? Evergreen is dominating the Mountain View Thunder right now, and the Thunder seem not to have anything to stop it. As you know, I mean, are we going to have to wait until halftime and you go in and look at the chalk, write it up on the board, or are we going to be able to have a conversation here on the sideline and slow this running game down a little bit? I mean, one thing I did notice is all the missed tackles, the initial contact is there, and they're not bringing this guy down. So, if you want to look at something, find, a light at the end of the tunnel, in some cases, in some situations, they are in position to make the play.
Yeah.
They just need to make the play.
Yeah. Yeah, you make a good point, and even if you can slow this Evergreen offense down just a touch, that's going to be a win. I mean, going in, you if you're Mountain View, you certainly knew you were the underdog in this game, but it's how do you mitigate the damage?
Yeah.
All right, so the ball is placed as we start this second quarter. It is 1st and 10 for the Plainsmen, starting on their own 19-yard line. All right, Baum has 3 receivers down at the bottom. He hands the ball off to Turner Hodges. Hodges trying to make his way across the corner. He just continues to move his legs. He's going to go ahead and pick up, it looks like 9.
Yeah.
No, it said he got the full 10.
Yeah, he got all of it.
Yeah, he got all of it. They're going to go ahead and move the chains. Turner Hodges is going to go ahead and check out. Or no, he's not going to check out. He's just going to move to wide receiver. Baum with 5 receivers set now. Empty backfield. Dropping back. He rolls out to his right, trying to avoid traffic, and Baum throws this away.
Who was that who rushed him? That was Jack Fournier. Able to hurry him up. At least he was able to get his hands on him to make him throw the ball when he didn't really want to.
Yeah. So the incompletion brings up 2nd and 10. Baum hands this one off to Turner Hodges. Hodges trying to break away around the corner. Finds a little success. He's ultimately ran out of bounds right around the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and there was initial contact, like we spoke of earlier. It was at Elijah Wilson. He was there, number 18. He was there to make the stop. You've got to make the contact. You got to wrap up. Can't give him all that extra stuff.
So that brings up 3rd and 2. Baum hands this one off to Turner Hodges. Hodges continues to fight. He's going to get enough. He's going to pick up about 4. It is enough for a first down. But yeah, exactly what you were saying, Rodney. I mean, Hodges ran into contact right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And I mean, credit to Hodges as well. I mean, he fought through it. He continued to move his legs to get every inch that he could.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's a heck of a running back, so he's going to run hard, but there's been plenty of opportunities where he could have been stopped for 3 or 4, and he's gotten.
Baum looking deep.
Almost intercepted twice.
Twice. It was almost caught twice by Terrence Arion. It was almost intercepted twice. There is a flag on the field line right there, right around the 20-yard line. So we'll see what the call is. But Jaden Baum looking to go deep.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference on Thunder.
So it is going to be 15 yards and result in another first down for the Plainsmen. Here we're going to see a replay of it. Baum just firing, trying to find Terrence Arion.
I don't know if that was a pass interference.
Well, I don't know either, but I also think that the ball would have been intercepted if the defender didn't run into his buddy there.
Yeah.
Looks like it just popped out. So 1st and 10 on the 45 on Mountain View's territory. This time that ball is handed off to Andrew Wadby. Wadby making his way around the corner. He picks up around, it looks like they're going to give him 10. There is a flag on the play.
Though. Yeah, it looks like that's a holding. Yep, and that's the call, holding on one of the Plainsmen's linemen, I'm sure.
Yeah, with a flag being placed right there at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to back him up 10 and bring up a 1st and 20. All right, 1st and long for the Plainsmen. Baum dropping back, little bubble screen, and that's going to fall incomplete as nobody was looking for the football.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Schmidt had turned his head around to accept that one.
So that moves us to 2nd down. Baum's got Wadby in the backfield. And he hands it off to number 11. And he is stopped. They're going to give him maybe a gain of 2 with the forward progress.
Good stop there by the Thunder defensive front line. That time they didn't get put on skates. They didn't get pushed back, and they were able to make the stop right there at the line of scrimmage.
So that brings up 3rd down. Baum with an empty backfield. Baum looking deep. He decides to keep it, and he takes off on his legs. He's going to run into traffic. He continues to move. He's ultimately going to come up short of the first down, but that was a big 16-yard run by the quarterback.
It sure was. I thought there might have been a little hold right there on that freed him out of the backfield, but it looks like the officials didn't call that one.
that's going to go ahead and bring up 4th and 3. Jaden Baum stays on the field with his offense. Baum looking to pass. And this is
he
almost intercepted.
Possibly a pick 6 there for
Sean Schaff. So while it is a turnover on downs, you're right. If he was able to bring that in, there was nobody that was going to be able to catch him. So good defensive stop by the Thunder. Helped out a little bit by a penalty, but that is positive movement in that direction.
Yeah.
All right, so Cashton Leckie is going to go ahead and come back out here to play quarterback for the Thunder. Leckie holds on to it. This time finds Jack Fournier. Fournier is going to go ahead and maybe pick up a yard. So 2nd and 9. This one picked up off the turf by Leckie. Leckie scrambling. He's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12. He was brought down by Abdullah Barrett. Leckie rolls out to his left, looking downfield, dumps it off to his receiver right near the line of scrimmage. That was Fournier once again. This time he was able to go ahead and pick up about 3, and that brings up 4th down. Looks like the punt team has come out for the Thunder. This is Charlie Hill. This one's going to be fielded right around the 32-yard line by E.J. English.
There you go. Nobody is helping out.
No.
Tackling. They're just waiting for one man to bring down Schmidt. See, they got loose. It would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, Denver Brown had a hold of E.J. English's leg and he couldn't get up because he couldn't let him go.
Right? And nobody was coming to help.
No.
Nobody was coming to help him.
Reminds me of a football play out there at recess. I mean, you can't hit the guy because you'll get in trouble. So what do?
Right, just stand around.
So 5 seconds left on the play clock here for the Plainsmen. They're rushing out. Let's see if they get it off. They do get it off. Nope.
Oh, they called the timeout.
I saw a flag fly, but it looks like Evergreen did go ahead and get a timeout called. So it looks like the officials are going to go ahead and grant the Plainsmen the timeout. So 6:43 remaining in this first half. Plainsmen are up 30-0 over the Mountain View Thunder. So the Plainsmen come out of the timeout with an empty backfield. Baum's got 4 receivers and a tight end. And that pass is broken up by the Thunder. It was by Denver Brown, another almost interception for the Thunder.
Yeah, they knew that play. That one, he had that one picked out.
He did.
They just got to hold on to those.
Yeah, that's 3 almost interceptions for the Thunder tonight.
Yeah.
Unable to bring any of them in. Brings up 2nd and 10. This ball's handed off to Turner Hodges.
Now there you go. That's initial contact. Hodges not able to go anywhere after that. Real good block there. Real good tackle there by the linebacker.
Yeah, the Thunder were able to go ahead and limit Hodges to a gain of 2 there. So that brings up 3rd and 8. Baum dropping back to pass. Fires one. He's got a lot of separation there. That's Turner Hodges with the reception. I'm sorry, not Turner Hodges. That's Darren Schmidt. So the big reception leads to a 1st down.
And this looks like the rain has started to come down even harder, doesn't it?
It certainly has. I didn't bring my raincoat.
It'll be a mad dash to the car.
It will. Baum drops back to pass, looks to his left, decides to keep it. He escapes a little bit of traffic, but he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Looks like that's a tackle for a loss by Jack Fournier.
Yeah, so that brings up 2nd and 15 for the Plainsmen. Baum hands this one off to Turner Hodges. Hodges makes his way around the corner. No one's able to touch him as he finds the end zone.
That's quick. That is quick. He ran by everybody on that one.
He did. He did. We've seen Evergreen several times this year, and I think that is the fastest I have seen him run. He took off. It was an impressive run by Malachi Turner Hodges to put another 6 points up on the board for the Plainsmen. That brings the total to 36 before they attempt the extra point. Jose Suarez, the kicker for the Plainsmen. Hold is good. The kick is good. So that's going to bring the total to 37-0 in favor of the Plainsmen with 5:04 remaining in the half. It's a good look there of that touchdown run by Turner Hodges.
All right, well, the second quarter, Mountain View they have kept the ball longer. Now they haven't been able to capitalize on it, but they have definitely kept the ball a whole lot longer in this second quarter and kind of slowed these guys down. Because this is the first points of the second quarter.
Yeah, I think there's some positive things to take a look at and take away for the Thunder in the second quarter. Defensively, while you haven't been able to capitalize, you've had 3 different opportunities to intercept the football.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You've had a couple sacks for a loss on Jaden Baum. You forced him to make some throws out of bounds and that type of thing. So you certainly have improved in that aspect. Offensively, you've moved the ball as that kickoff is going to go ahead and roll into the end zone. So the Thunder are going to take over and start their drive on their 20. But offensively, they moved the ball. Was it 71 yards?
Yeah, that was a pretty good series.
So that was a good series. Unfortunately, they weren't able to convert and get any points on the board, but there have been some improvement as we have progressed from the first quarter into the second quarter in this game.
Yeah.
Like he throws this one out into the flat. He makes his way across. Looks like he did get the first down. The receiver there was number 1, DJ Wilford. Oh, he did not get the first down. They're going to say he stepped out just short. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Like he fakes the handoff to Schaff. This time he finds his receiver. This is Wilford again. And
Wilford's going to take a big pop there.
He did kind of take a big pop. He did get enough gain to go ahead and move the chains. That's going to bring up 1st down. Like he throws this one to Schaff. Schaff unable to go ahead and bring that in. That's going to fall incomplete.
Might be a good thing that he dropped that one because that would have been for a loss.
So we are looking at 2nd and 10 for the Thunder.
There's a man coming across. He's going for the big ball.
It is the big ball. Intended receiver looked like it was Jack Fournier.
I think he was lost for him. He didn't know where it was on that one when he was coming down.
Ball slightly overthrown. That brings up 3rd and 10. Bunch receiver set up at the top of your screen for Ledke. Ledke goes the other direction, finds Caden Reinbach with the reception, and that's going to be enough for another Thunder first down.
Good job. That was a good play. They had the bunch set up across the way, and they ran a screen to this side. Real good play.
So 1st and 10 for the Thunder from their own 45. Schaff with the reception literally runs into traffic, bounces off. He's able to go ahead and pick up 5 yards.
Nice strong move by that young man. It looks like it hurt him a little bit, but he didn't fumble it.
He didn't fumble it.
And he got positive yards, so we'll see. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, hopefully. That was a pretty good pop he took.
It certainly was. Good to see Schaff up on his feet after that one.
Yeah, good deal. That was a good catch. You didn't want him to get hurt on that one.
Yeah. So the ball spotted right at the 50-yard line as we look at 2nd and 5 for the Thunder. 3:31 left remaining in this first half. Thunder trying to find any way to put some points up on the board before halftime. Like he rolls out to his right, gets a good block, opens up some space. He's able to go ahead and find Caden Reinbach. Reinbach able to bring that one in.
Good job. A bright spot for the Mountain View Thunder.
Reinbach showing great concentration to bring that one in and secure it.
And a nice run after the catch, too.
Like he rolls out to his left, finding an open receiver, unable to connect.
Evergreen had 12 men on the field. The officials did not pick that up.
Yeah, Jamel Riley, the intended receiver there, wide open. right, so the Thunder are looking at 2nd and 10. Lucky trying to find an option, rolls out to his right, decides to keep it. He's going to go ahead and step out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. And that's going to bring up third and 7. Like he rolls out to his left, trying to direct his receivers. Finally decides to fire as...
Not able to bring that one in.
No, that was DJ Wilford as the intended receiver. That brings up 4th down. Fourth and 7. The Thunder are going to go ahead and go for it here.
No. Oh, looks like they had an equipment issue with one of the Evergreen players. And he's down there pulling his pants down, so it must have been his knees are showing.
Must have been his knees.
They've been watching too much Saturday and Sunday football. Because, the pros get to do that.
It did result in a penalty, so that gave the Thunder 5 yards. So that brings up 4th and 2. So I don't know if there was something else we missed. Like he bobbles the snap, and he's going to get brought down for a loss. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And the Plainsmen are going to go ahead and take the ball over. Ball's going to be spotted right there at the 30-yard line as we're looking at 2:45 remaining in this first half. Evergreen with a big lead over the Thunder, 37-0. Jaden Baum returns as quarterback here for the Plainsmen. 7 seconds remaining on the play clock as the Plainsmen get set. Baum fires this one downfield over the middle, looking for Sarion. Sarion's able to go ahead and make that catch, and he's got no one in front of him, and he makes it into the end zone for another Plainsman touchdown. No flags on the field. Touchdown is going to be good.
Yeah, nice route there, nice run by Sarion, and a perfect throw by the quarterback there. Ran right past the defender and right underneath that pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, Baum has been so good this year through the air. I mean, we have to remind ourselves that he's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be really exciting to watch him over the next 2 years as
Right.
he continues to develop. Sarion is a senior, able to outrun everybody.
Yeah. Well, Sarion, he's going to go to the next level in play. So, and he's definitely showing that the speed he has out here on the football field definitely shows that he could go to the next level and hopefully be successful at it.
Yeah, here's a replay of the pitch and catch from Baum to Sarion. You just see the separation.
Yeah.
So the extra point was good by Jose Suarez. That brings the total to 44-0. The mercy rule of the 40-point lead and running clock does not go into effect until the second half.
Yes, that is correct.
So the clock will stop as usual for the remaining of this half until the second half, or until Mountain View is able to cut that lead back under 40 points.
Yeah, correct.
Once again, it is Wilford and Brown set to receive for the Thunder. They're standing right on their 8-yard line. As the kicker, Jose Suarez, gets set to kick this one off. This one's going to be kicked on the ground. There's going to be a penalty called on the Plainsman here. It looks like offside.
All right, well, that'll back them up 5.
So we're going to go ahead and do this again. Thunder looking for a return similar to what they had last time. They had a really good return that went into Plainsman territory the last time that they returned to kickoff.
Yeah, he was able to find a nice little crease on that one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Kind of dart through it. They're going to keep this on the ground, make it a little tougher.
A little confusion about who's going to pick that up. It is picked up by Wilford, back up at the 1-yard line. He's got a lot of work to do, and he's going to...
Yeah, that is...
He's going to run into traffic, be brought down right around the 6-yard line. Fortunately, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication between Wilford and Brown of who was actually going to go ahead and pick that up.
Yeah, exactly. Then that guy left him there on the... well, it looks like they gave him the 10, so I thought it was inside of the 10, but the 10 works, I guess.
We're closer than we were.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from their own 10. The Thunder start their drive here with 2:30 remaining in this first half. Cashton Leckie, the quarterback for the Thunder. Sends his receiver in motion. And that's going to be picked off.
For a pick 6. Not quite sure where he was looking to throw that ball. He had a receiver doing a quick slant on that one that was wide open. So why he threw it on the outside, I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. That was picked off by Javen Boogie Ing. So the interception by Boogie puts another 6 points on the board. It brings the total to 50 for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen getting the correct personnel out onto the field for the extra point attempt. Suarez has been good all night. And this one's good as well. Brings the total to 51-0 for the Plainsmen here. 2:24 left in the half.
That's a tough one. You kind of wonder what the quarterback was looking at or what he saw on that one, because I'm an armchair quarterback. I can see everything great from up here. But it looks like the slant route was wide open, and why he threw it to the out, I'm not quite sure. And he threw it in between the two routes, and there was a guy sitting there guarding both of them.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, we can give him the benefit of doubt, and the ball was wet and it slipped out of his hand. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah. All right, so Suarez gets ready to go ahead and kick this one off again for the Plainsmen. This one's up into the air, and it's going to roll back into the end zone. So no return for the Thunder. They're going to start their drive on their own 20. So here we go for the Thunder. Lecky drops back, looking to pass, finds one over the middle, and that's going to fall incomplete. Intended receiver there was number 1, DJ Wilford. Second and 10. Sends Jack Fournier in motion. Lecky looking downfield. He decides to go ahead and roll out to his left. Trying to find Fournier, and that's going to fall incomplete as it's batted down by an Evergreen defender.
Yeah, that was almost another pick, and that would have been another 6.
It would have been.
I mean, Fournier, I think, is 6'4". I mean, we can throw that one a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm. So third and 10. Ledke finds Reinbach. Reinbach over the middle. And he breaks away. He's got no one in front of him, and he makes his way. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he's going to go ahead and find the end zone for the Thunder. That puts 6 points up on the board.
No penalty flags. Nice touchdown. Nice run there. And I like how once he caught it, he just ran away from the defenders after that.
Yeah.
They, you know.
Yeah, Reinbach did a great job to catch it in traffic and then broke free. Thunder setting up for the extra point attempt. Looks like they may be going for 2 here.
Yeah, it does look like that.
Lecky fires this one to the corner for Wilford, and Wilford unable to go ahead and bring that in. The 2-point conversion attempt is going to be unsuccessful. Here's a replay of that touchdown pass. Reinbach doing a great job of climbing the ladder to bring that one in, and then just takes off, finds a seam.
Yeah,
there's no one to catch him.
Away from everybody. Good job, good run. Picked up a couple of blocks there off the screen to let him get into some space.
So Charlie Hill is going to go ahead and kick this one off for the Thunder. Looks like it's Darren Schmidt and E.J. English set to return for the Plainsmen. This one's going to be kicked along the ground, and it's going to be picked up. Looks like it's going to be picked up by Turner Hodges. Hodges breaks the tackle, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's trying to find his way down the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds right around the 42-yard line.
So they gained about 7 yards on that because it was going to go to the 35 anyway.
Uh-huh. Another good hard run by Turner Hodges. The officials wanting to get this one going. Play clock down to 13 as the ball was set. Clock down to 2. Baum does get it off. He hands it off to Turner Hodges. Hodges up the middle, and he is brought down after a gain. It looks like they're going to give him 3. So that brings up 2nd and 7. 1:26 and counting left in this first half. Looks like Jaden Baum's content to let play clock run down. He hands this one off to Turner Hodges. Hodges finds a seam up the middle. He continues to break away, breaks another tackle, cuts back inside, makes his way towards the sideline, and he's going to be brought down right at the 15-yard line. Another big run by Malachi Turner Hodges that moves the chains, gives the Plainsmen a first down and into the red zone. Ball has been set. The clock starts to run again. We're sitting at 52 and counting. Turner Hodges gets a break. In checks in number 11, Andrew Wadby. Plainsmen do have to run at least one more play before the half ends. Baum hands this one off to Wadby. Wadby trying to be patient, trying to wait for a block. He does get a few. He's going to go ahead and pick up about 5 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5. And it looks like the Plainsmen are content to let the time just kind of run out at the end of this first half. We're at halftime here at McKenzie Stadium. Evergreen Plainsmen lead the Mountain View Thunder 51-6. We'll go ahead and send it down to Matt and Rodney to give you a little halftime overview. We'll see you back for the second.
Alongside Rodney Lawrence for our second halftime show of the night. Yeah. Thanks for coming back, Rodney. Rodney, the new running back coach over at Union High School this year.
Yep.
We brought the band back together for the final broadcast of the season. Now, you faced this combo during your season.
Yeah.
I just can't say enough about that combination of Baum, the quarterback, and Hodges, the receiver.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, they don't make mistakes.
No, they're not making hardly any right now, and Mountain View is having a very, very tough time trying to figure out how to stop him. The running back Hodges, he's averaging at least 7-8 yards a carry right now. The quarterback Sarion, Schmidt, I mean, those 4 right there have pretty much taken this game under their wing, and just ran away with it.
Well, and the amazing part to me, Hodges, with so many carries on the season, so many yards, he is a sophomore.
Yeah.
You know. So
you forget. I mean, when you look at him run, you forget that he is that young and he is so savvy already out there on the football field. He runs hard. He makes people miss. He's the guy right now. He's definitely the guy.
Well, and we Ryan and I said it when we were talking about Union. Had some struggles this season, trying to build a new culture there, a younger team. There are, again, like we talked about in the first halftime of tonight, there are lessons to be learned, even in a difficult season. You know, what does the coach of Mountain View have to tell his guys after tonight? You know, they're going to lose this game.
Right.
But what do you tell them to take into the off season?
Well, I mean, the first thing you tell them is, you play this game because you love it. And the second thing is, if you want to be successful at this game, that there's work and effort that needs to be put into it. It's unlike all the other sports that have a club season and all that type of stuff, football is unique in a way that you only play the actual game the one season. But if you want to be good at this, then that's something that you got to continue. There's got to be an off-season training.
Exactly.
And that's something that the coaches are going to, I'm sure, going to talk about real heavy and real strong at the end of this game. I know when we lost on Thursday night, that was almost the first thing that came out of our mouths about what do we need to do to get ready for next year. We talked about getting in the weight room. We talked about holding each other accountable, and we talked about those types of things. And that's how you build a program, and that's how you change a culture. And I am familiar with what these guys are going through, unfortunately, and these coaches are going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to get the buy-in from the kids. They're going to have to work on the culture, and they're going to have to get the captains, not necessarily the seniors, but the captains, the leaders of this program, to really step up and start holding their teammates accountable, and get them into the gym and get them into the workouts in the summertime, to come back next spring and really try to put together a good program.
Well, and attitude says a lot. One of my favorite punk rock bands of all time is called Bad Brains. And their favorite song of theirs is called PMA, Positive Mental Attitude.
There you go.
Keep that positive mental attitude.
And that's it.
Because if you come out of this dejected and say there's nothing to be learned, everything was horrible, you're going to perpetuate that kind of culture going into the off season.
Yeah.
So
a season like this is supposed to sting, but it's not supposed to make you give up.
Correct.
It's supposed to fuel you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Rodney, for coming back and calling the game tonight with Ryan Vassbinder. Now, I talked with the band directors for the Mountain View Thunder, and they just said, you know what? It's gonna be raining. It's Halloween, and we are preparing for a bigger concert. So they gave the pep band the night off. That said, what they're rehearsing for is the jazz band equivalent of playing in the Super Bowl. After recording 3 performances in February as part of their audition, it was during a rehearsal in April when band director Sam Ormson received the news that Mountain View High School's Jazz Band 1 had been invited to perform at the Midwest Clinic.
And I had my phone out because it was playing music, and I opened up the email, and then I saw like the subject line, and it said Midwest Clinic, and I was like, and then I had this little moment of don't click on it, because what if it's a no? And so but I did, and I read it to them, and they were all, I don't know if they believed me, but I was like, oh, what? We made it? And so everybody was super excited because they had done all this work to prepare, and they had worked so hard to create the audition recording, and they're a hard-working group of kids.
And he was just kind of checking his phone. And then he stopped talking and just checked his phone, and he read out loud the email, and everyone was like, oh my goodness, it was so exciting.
Exciting doesn't begin to describe it. The Midwest Clinic is the country's premier music educators conference, and Mountain View's top jazz band is just one of 5 invited to perform at the conference out of hundreds of audition submissions.
Well, so this trip really symbolizes to the jazz program how important it is to have jazz programs in school, because look where it can take you, right? We can go and teach other people how to use their jazz programs in their school. I wouldn't be who I am today without this jazz program,
And the Mountain View Jazz program is a team effort, with director Mark Clausen leading Jazz Band 2 and preparing students for Jazz Band 1.
Personally, I'm really happy just to know that I want to put more into this program, because I know that when they leave me, that they're going to another really great place that they can grow even more from.
And it makes me very, very grateful for my students and for Mountain View and Evergreen that the infrastructure and that what we do is possible. I know it's not just me doing this, it's the students and the families and the other teachers in the district who started these students on their instruments. So it's a very holistic. There are many, many pieces, and we might be the leaves of the tree, but I totally understand the roots and all of those other pieces that went into it. So there's a lot of gratitude for everything we get to do.
Evergreen Public Schools activities levies help fund music programs in our schools, but this trip is beyond what levy funds can pay for. The total cost of the trip to get 20 students, 3 staff members, and 2 parent chaperones to Chicago is about $37,000 for airfare, ground transportation, hotels, and food. The band does have local and national business sponsors, but is looking for more donations to blunt the impact on families.
So it is still a financial burden on those individual students. And they're fundraising as well at the individual level, and they're working hard to do all of that. But it is such an honor that I want it to be possible for all these students.
Trumpet player Claire Hagley says this isn't your run-of-the-mill field trip. They're going to showcase Evergreen Public Schools' outstanding music programs to the world.
It's a lot of things. First of all, Midwest is like one of the biggest band clinics in the nation, and there's every state represented. Not only that, but there's international representation. So I think us being like one of 4 or 5 jazz bands to be able to perform and showcase music for educators just shows how much our program contributes, and not only in the state but the nation.
If you'd like to help make this once-in-a-lifetime performance possible, you can make a tax-deductible donation at mvim.org/Midwest Clinic and click on the Donate Today button. You can also reach the website with the QR code on your screen. Calling all student athletes in Evergreen and Battleground Public Schools. The Mark Rigo Athletic Scholarship Fund is accepting applications. Mark Rigo was a beloved football and track coach who passed away in 2018, but left behind a legacy: the thousands of student athletes he pushed to become the best versions of themselves and pursue their dreams.
His whole thing was the power of one. If he could just do one thing each day for one person, he's made an impact.
If you are heading to college or a post-secondary trade school and have taken part in sports in Evergreen or Battleground Public Schools, Rigo's legacy can also help offset some of your college costs. To fill out an application and learn more, head over to rigoscholarship.com. Let's keep Coach Rigo's legacy going by helping new generations of students pursue their dreams.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
All right, welcome back to Friday Night Lights here at Clark County. We're at McKenzie Stadium as we are about to start half number 2 between the Evergreen Plainsmen and the Mountain View Thunder, where the Plainsmen have a 51-6 lead. Thank you for joining us on Comcast Channel 328 and on the EPS Sports Network on YouTube. We appreciate you tuning in and watching. Especially thank you tonight. I know it's Halloween. It's a rainy Halloween, just like it is every year here in the Pacific Northwest. But we are getting ready to kick off. The Plainsmen are going to go ahead and kick off to the Thunder as we start this second half. As you guys can see the rain come down. It has not let up since it started about 2.5 hours ago. Rodney, I mean, the Plainsmen certainly have this game under control. They have done what they wanted when they wanted. But the Thunder, I mean, there's been some improvement throughout the game for the Thunder tonight.
Yeah, we've seen some glimpses of good things happen for them. Unfortunately, they're far and few between at this point, and the Evergreen team is just, they're not making a whole lot of mistakes with the ball in their hand. Now, there's some penalties and some equipment issues that has officials running them off the field to fix their pants and things like that. But when it comes down to just handing the ball off or throwing or playing catch, they're on point today.
Yeah, this ball is going to be returned by Wilford. Wilford at the wrong end of a shoestring tackle right at the 26-yard line. So the Thunder are going to go ahead and start their drive there. Yeah, we are in, so it is the second half. We are in the mercy rule scenario where the Plainsmen are up by over 40 against the Thunder, so the clock will continue to run, except for touchdowns, timeouts, injuries.
Yeah, things of that nature. But it should be a pretty quick quarter as things are set up now.
Lecky sends Brown in motion. He hands it off to Brown. Brown is trying to get a little bit of push. And they're going to say he did make it back to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Lecky has his running back, Sean Schaff, lined up just to his right. Lecky drops back. He decides to go ahead and run through the pocket. And he tried to find Schaff at the end of his pass, and that ball is going to be intercepted.
Yeah, it is. He has thrown that pass. We saw him throw it 2 separate times at the end of the first half, and we wondered at that point, you throw it up.
Yeah.
Out of the reach. Either your receiver gets it or it hits the ground, and it's just tough to watch them, make those basic mistakes after you've kind of already seen it. When you kind of want to feel like when you come out of halftime and the quote unquote chalk talk, when you kind of figure out how to play the rest of the game, and you come out and make the same mistake you made at the end of the first quarter or the first half.
Yeah. So it looks like Braden Roop steps in at quarterback. He does go ahead and hand this off to Andrew Wodeby. Wodeby able to go ahead and get a gain of about 5. So that brings up 2nd and 5. Roop hands this one off to Woodby again. Woodby finds a seam up the middle, makes it into the secondary, and he's going to be brought down right around the 20. The 20, it looks like the 17-yard line.
Yeah, good hard run there by Woodby. You saw a little run there at the end of the first half of the game. It looks like we will probably. I'll be surprised if we see Hodges or anybody like that again for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Terrence Sarion is still on the field, so he's a starter from the first half. Jason Scott is out there now, starter on defense. It looks like he's playing offensively now, too. We'll probably see some young guys for Evergreen step in, get some game time tonight.
Yeah.
Another handoff to Woodby. Woodby up the middle.
Oh, my goodness.
Runs
Look at that
over
run.
the linebacker. He's going to
And
pick up.
He's slow to get up now. He took the brunt of that one.
He certainly did. And they're going to call him just shy of the first down marker, so it's going to be second. It really looks second and half a yard.
Yeah.
Roop hands this one off to Woodby once again. Woodby makes his way around the outside into the end zone for a touchdown. There's a flag on the play. So we'll see if this is a holding call and coming back. It looks like it may be the case. Looks like it was a holding right at the, looks like 11 or 12 yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to be against the Plainsmen. That's going to negate the touchdown and move them back 10.
Well, I tell you what, on this paper, on the roster here, as Woodby at 5'8", 155 pounds. He does not run like he only weighs 155 pounds.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That was a hard run that young man just had.
Woodby with the carry once again, cuts back up inside, and he's going to get stopped. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 yards. That brings it to 3rd and 7. All right, we are under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Braden Roop in a quarterback. Hands this one off to Woodby once again for the 4th time in a row. Woodby's going to get another 2 out of it. And that brings up 4th and 5. Fourth and 5, the Plainsmen are going to go ahead and keep their offense on the field here. The receiving set for the Plainsmen, Jason Scott, Terrence Sarion, and Boogie Ing.
Oh, looks like we're going to have movement here against Evergreen Plainsmen.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start. That's going to back them up 5, bring up 4th and 9.
Now, see, this is the type of stuff that drives a coach crazy. I mean, obviously they're going to win this game, but going into the playoffs, you don't want these type of mistakes.
Right.
You know, moving too soon and holding penalties and things like that to take points off the board, or at least put you in a bad situation when it comes playoff time. You know, now you're coaching for clean football,
right?
I mean, mistake-free football.
Yeah. Woodby takes the handoff. He scrambles to the outside, trying to get to the sideline, and he does step out. Looks like right around the 15-yard line. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Thunder are going to take the ball over on their own 15. Yeah, I mean, to kind of piggyback off what you said, Coach, is, this is for the Plainsmen, this is no longer about winning the game, right? It's about how do you stay focused and how do you keep your concentration in moments like this, because it will play out as you get deeper into the playoffs, and how do you build on that? Devier Brown, the intended receiver there, that ball's going to go ahead and fall incomplete. Cashton Lecky, quarterback, takes the snap. He rolls out to his right. Looking downfield, he's got a receiver.
Oh, nice thought, though. Threw it at his back shoulder, and the receiver was going to have to make the adjustment and come back. Not able to grab that.
Yeah, that was Caden Reinbach, the intended receiver. I think it is going to be pass interference, defensive pass interference.
Yep, that's exactly what they got.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and it's going to give the Thunder a first down. That moves the spot of the ball up to the 30-yard line. Lecky rolls out to his right, looking downfield again, trying to target Reinbach. Reinbach comes up with it this time. And that's a big first down and a big reception for the wide receiver. That moves the Thunder inside Plainsman territory, and here's a good look at this replay. Reinbach doing a great job just to climb the ladder to go ahead and go get that ball.
Yeah, good job.
Lecky dropping back. This time he's looking left, rolls out. He's got a receiver wide open. This is Devier Brown. Brown able to shake two defenders, and he's ultimately pushed out of bounds inside the 20. Replay here of the Ledkey to Brown connection. This time Lecky fires one off to his right inside the end zone. That's going to fall incomplete. Intended receiver there was Reinbach once again. Like he steps up, tries to find, this time it's DJ Wilford, and that ball's overthrown, and it's going to end up out of bounds. That brings up 3rd and 10. Like he looks to his left. He finds Devier Brown. Brown's pushed out of bounds.
Looks like right at about the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be enough for a new set of downs there. So that brings up 1st and goal from the 1. And the Thunder are rushing, but they're not going to be able to get a snap off before the end of the 3rd quarter. So we're going to go ahead and switch sides here as we move into the 4th. The Plainsmen leading this one 51-6 with the Thunder knocking on the door.
Yeah, that was a quick quarter, wasn't it?
That was a quick quarter. Quick 12 minutes. Now, if the Thunder are able to go ahead and get into the end zone here, that is going to pause the mercy rule as it brings them within 40. So the Thunder will have 4 attempts from the 1. So the ball is going to be placed at the 1 yard line at the left hash mark. Ledke's got Sean Schaff lined up just to his left. And Ledke fires.
And he got it. He got it. Listen to me. He gets it.
He finds
it.
He found DJ Wilford into the corner of the end zone to put another 6 up on the board. So that brings the total for the Thunder to 12. On their first touchdown, they did go. They opted for the 2-point conversion over the extra point. So we'll see if they do the same here. Lucky looking to his right, and he finds his receiver in the end zone. That's going to complete the 2-point conversion. Looks like he finds Caden Reinbach.
I'll tell you what, Caden Reinbach he's the bright spot of the Mountain View's offense today.
Yeah.
Well, actually here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean he's made a couple really nice catches out there tonight.
Yeah, he sure has. And I do believe he is only a junior as well, so he's got 1 more year.
That was a great look there of the touchdown to DJ Wilford. Catching it right over his shoulder. So with the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, that brings the deficit to 37. Charlie Hill, the kicker for the Thunder, getting ready to go ahead and kick this one off. Back to receive for the Plainsmen is going to be, looks like Turner Hodges as well as Wadby. This one's kicked on the ground. It's picked up by Turner Hodges. Hodges makes his way towards the center of the field. He finds a corner. He needs to pick up a block. He cuts back up inside, only the kicker to beat, and he breaks him off to the right. He's making his way towards the other side, and this is going to be a kickoff return for a touchdown for the Plainsmen.
My goodness. Runs that all the way back.
So as quick as the Thunder brought the deficit under the mercy rule, they are back in it now. This is a great replay of this return by Turner Hodges.
Man, he just finds space, doesn't he?
He just finds space.
Gets right into it.
He didn't even want to wait for his blockers. He just ran right past them.
Yeah. Because I don't need you guys. I'm good.
Jose Suarez, the place kicker for the Plainsmen, puts that one through the uprights for another point up on the board, brings the total to 58. Suarez, perfect for the night.
Just that quick, we are back in the 40.
We're within the 40. We're back to a running clock as soon as this ball's kicked off.
Looks like we see another quarterback warming up down here on the field for Mountain View. We'll see. He's down there throwing the ball. That looks like number 10, Bryson Vance. So we'll see if he comes into the game. takes the series.
So another 3A news. It looks like Kelso's going to go ahead and get a win against Shelton tonight. So they're going to lock up the number 1 seed for the playoffs. With Evergreen's win, they're going to lock up the number 2. If you watched the earlier game tonight, Prairie did beat Heritage for the 3rd and final spot in the playoffs for the 3A. So we'll be excited to watch all 3 of those teams as they move into the playoffs. This is DJ Wilford. Wilford, yeah, he found an edge trying to get to the sideline, and he's ultimately pushed out of bounds right around the 32.
And it does look like they are going to change quarterbacks. There's Bryson Vance, is that his last name?
It is
in the huddle.
So Vance, a 6 foot, 175-pound senior, takes over for the Thunder. Vance able to collect that one. Fires trying to find DJ Wilford, and that's just going to be thrown just behind him. Brings up 2nd and 10. Vance steps up, tries to find Wilford once again, and that's going to fall through Wilford's hands. Being complete.
Looks like we have a player down.
Looks like it might be a cramp the way he's holding his leg.
Yeah.
Don't want to speculate, but that's what it looks like. Don't want to speculate, but I will. How's that?
That's what I don't want to speculate, but I'm gonna. So we have no idea what's going on with that young man down on the field because we're not going to speculate.
We're not going to speculate. If it happened to be something worse than a cramp, then I didn't want to be held responsible for it.
There you go. Well, it looks like they bring Vance out here, and he's throwing it right out of the gate. So looks like he just needs to probably settle down a little bit and kind of zero in on his target. Both of them were high. Man, it's good to see the young man up, walking out on his own.
All right, so we're looking at 3rd and 10 after 2 incomplete passes. Bryson Vance at quarterback for the Thunder. Rolls out, throws cross body, he was looking for Sean Schaff, the running back, and that ball was just slightly overthrown. That brings up 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and punt this.
Yeah, they're bringing out their kicker, Charlie Hill. Hill's had a couple good punts tonight already. Back to receive for the playman is Boogie Ing. And that punt is going to sail out of bounds. They're going to mark it out of bounds. Looks like the 46-yard line.
So Mountain View brings in a new quarterback here and goes 4 and out. Well, 3 and out.
So back to return for quarterback for the Plainsmen is Braden Roop. Roop has Andrew Woodby in the backfield as his running back.
Yeah, it looks like we had movement there on the Evergreen offensive line.
It's going to back them up, so we're going to look at 1st and 15. Roop hands this one off to Woodby. Woodby finds his way through the middle, and he's going to pick up about 8. Takes it to the 49-yard line.
Good run there by Woodby. Downhill, taking on contact, falling forward. Always the way you like to see a good running back run.
Evergreen trying to use all of the play clock. Roop hands this one off to Woodby once again. Woodby trying to find his way around an edge, and he's going to get caught up and get tackled for a loss. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Did you hear what that commentator said over there? He said a loss of 6-7.
Don't. You know, if there's any kids watching this at home, they are going nuts right now.
I know, right? I couldn't let it slide. I heard him say it.
3rd and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Roop trying to find Jason Scott. That ball is going to be dropped. That brings up 4th down.
And it looks like Evergreen's going to bring out their punt team now.
The punter for Evergreen is Darren Schmidt. Typically, we see him playing at tight end. It's like the Plainsmen need one more, and I don't think they're going to be able to get this off before the play clock hits 0. So it is going to be delay a game. That's going to back them up 5 more. And that's what you were talking about earlier in this half, Rodney. That's the type of things that infuriates coaches at this point of the game.
Yeah, it sure does. Now you just want to play clean.
Perez gets a great punt off. That's going to bounce. It's going to check up inside the 5-yard line. And that's going to be down right around the 2.
Yep, they thought it was going to roll into the end zone, and it died right there.
Yeah, great punt there by Darren Schmidt. Got a fortuitous bounce. So the Thunder are going to go ahead and start their possession here on the 3-yard line. It is Bryson Vance at quarterback for the Thunder. Vance lets this one fly into coverage. He's able to go ahead and make that completion. It looks like that was DJ Wilford.
Yep, it was.
Evergreen having all types of personnel issues, running linemen out.
Yep. Now they're just trying to get people in the game.
Yeah. So that's a 1st down for the Thunder. This time, Vance finds Wilford once again. Wilford trying to make his way outside. He's trying to be patient and wait for some blocks. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. It's going to be another 1st down for the Thunder. Vance finds his receiver in the flat. Not going to be able to make a whole bunch out of that. He picks up around 2. This time, the receiver was Devier Brown.
Two screenplays in a row here. That seems to be what allowing them to get down. Let's see if they run it this time. Oh, out in the flat.
Trying to find Jack Fournier. Fournier unable to
one in.
Yeah. Vance fakes the handoff. He's looking downfield. He's got all the time in the world. He rolls out to his left, and he's going to throw that one away, and it's going to fall incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Let's see here, down to a little under 2.5 minutes left to play here in the game.
Vance facing 4th and 7. Fires one over the middle looking for Fournier. Fournier brings this one in across the midfield into Evergreen territory. That's a big completion.
Yeah, it sure is.
Fans certainly excited about that one.
Yes, they sure are.
Vance dropping back. Fires another one over the middle. That looks like Devier Brown with a big completion. That brings them down to the 10-yard line. And the Thunder are within striking distance once again. Vance looks.
Corner. He's gonna. Almost picked off.
Almost picked off. That brings up 2nd down. There's 40 seconds and counting left in this football game. We may get 1 or 2 more plays left here. Vance looking towards the end zone, rolls out to his right. Fires one to the corner, and that's going to fall incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Clock's running. The Thunder are hustling to run one more final play here before the clock strikes 0. They do get it off. Vance finds it over the end zone. That is Fournier with the touchdown. Fournier getting popped as he catches that one.
With no time left on the clock.
No time left on the clock.
If you're going to score, take it like that. He did take a big hit, but he didn't fumble the ball, so good job.
Fournier's got his own fleeing club down there.
Yes, he does. It sounds like it, doesn't it?
So with time expires, looks like that they will go ahead and give them the opportunity.
Yeah, that they said, no, we're good.
All right, so that's going to be the end of the game. Final score, Evergreen Plainsmen 58 over the Thunder of Mountain View 20. That's going to bring an end to our broadcast season here at McKenzie Stadium for EPS Sports. I just want to say thank you to all of our listeners and watchers out there. For those of you on Comcast Channel 328 and on the YouTube channel for Evergreen Public Schools, we appreciate you. It's been a wonderful year. Can't wait to see you guys for basketball season and next year in football. So stay safe out there. Good luck to all those teams in the playoffs. For Ryan Vassbinder, Rodney Lawrence, have a great night.